Over to you, please.
Thank you. I was just thinking about this before we talk about big data. You know, the Allah Subhanahu wa Taala actually from the day first, He's making actually the biggest data. Recording all of our acts and which are going to be replayed and which He's going to correlate and tell us what we were and what we are. So for us, the human being now, we are starting the big data, and which is the, I will say, the new currency. As far as I'm from security, so what I strongly believe is that the big data actually is, I work for financial industry and also for technology industry, from telecom. So whenever we go and join, we are being asked, what is your crown jewel? So crown jewel means for which you have been hired to secure. So in that case, if it is telco, then it is your CDRs, wherever you call and whoever is calling you. And in case of a bank, it is credit card, this type of information. But to be honest, with big data, now it is more than that, the security, because we are going to talk about the customer, how they are going to do their shopping, the shopping trends, where do they usually go. So all these things are being captured at one place. And what I see, security point of view, with big data, we can have a lot of saving, because all these industries, they are having different departments, like one department in the name of Network Operations Center, one department in the name of Security Operations Center, one department just doing business analytics. To be honest, all these should have some kind of common data lake, and whoever is the different stakeholders having different hat should go and take the data accordingly and do their analysis. And that could be great cost-benefit analysis. However, having all this data at one place, again, security point of view, it's like a single sign-off fear. So it means hacker point of view, you have one place, anyone can go. So rather than actually exploiting 10 interfaces, you have one interface, you go and take the data of all of your network, business, and security at one place. So we should be very careful. I will talk more about privacy and other things, but that's very quickly, that's my insight. The answer is like the similar way we, from different industry, we are trying to patch systems with their, for their vulnerability security patches. I think before we go and touch security and technology, we need to work on patching our people. And patching means actually elevating their security awareness level. Because no matter we may spend millions of dollars in the name of technology, firewall, antivirus, IDS, state-of-the-art, next generation firewall, and then next generation firewall. Someone just sitting in one corner of the office early morning, clicking on one phishing link can create a disaster at the company level, right? And that guy might be a clerk, a very junior guy, not knowing all these very advanced things. And if we simply ignore this guy while having or giving him computer access, actually we are not justifying, or we are not justifying the overall picture of security puzzle. So in this puzzle, the time has come, we have to resolve, we have to pay attention. Each and every guy sitting in the organization at least should go through some kind of basic security, maturity, awareness courses, could be part of the onboarding process, could be ongoing depending upon dynamic threats, because there is no like one page you take and then you are okay to understand these dynamic threats. Imagine we were talking about phishing attacks, mostly coming through emails, and nowadays, there are different trends. People are being hacked actually through LinkedIn, with a lot of attractive jobs, which has nothing to do with your email. So even it means from your instant chatting, you may end up actually having a malware being open in your corporate environment, and that can create a disaster. Because with all my experience, we have seen this with our eyes. Some of my previous employees, they went through a very intense journey, millions-dollar investment, and the root cause was this type of, I will say, a careless behavior, and that should be justified. I think we from industry and even at the national level, I don't know how many of you are aware that in the global industry, October is meant for Cyber Security Awareness Day. So this is my wish that one day we, at least in Pakistan, if not at the national level, at least each and every industry, whether it is banks or telco or other industries, should celebrate at least one day for cyber security awareness, just to pay respect. And at least in the countries like where the literacy rate is very high, like Karachi, Islamabad, the big city of Pakistan, the same way we go and watch the smoking is not good for your health. Why not we should write, big signboard that please make, you should have a complex password. While wherever you are going, very, very simple messages we can promote. And to answer your second question, that how is the Pakistani market for security competency point of view, I would still say the answer is not very promising. We are still suffering, and to be honest, with all bare minimum resources, once we go and train them, then we end up actually having brain drains in the name of better packages. Mostly, I will say this is also a targeted attack, mostly coming from Middle East. So most of 2-3 years experience of a typical SOC analyst is highly being captured by this market, and we just can't do anything because Pakistani, of course, market can't go, because the currency difference is like almost 45 times more, what they are getting there. So that is a loss. So I think time has come to differentiate even our cybersecurity resources more than a typical IT resource, and their baseline should be at least at a level that we ourselves should not feel shame that our resources, once they become fruitful, and at that time someone else actually took the whole benefit sitting outside. So that I think we really need to work as an industry to work on some kind of baseline packages to encourage this type of great people, because I strongly believe if Pakistani guy can make the first ever virus in the world, it means there is no doubt about our capabilities. The doubt is that how we are interested to retain such resources within Pakistan. Otherwise, the world will keep on getting advantage of this, and we will just try ourselves to survive or try to retain these guys. Thank you.
Thank you. For the scarcity of time, I will put last question to Mehzad, and it is applicable to even all. There is a very fine line between using big data to protect people, but using big data to control people. So Mehzad, what are your views using big data from this ethical point of view? How it should be governed? Is there any mechanism in Pakistan who are protecting, who are supporting us, and is there any protocol for the usage of this data?
Okay, so globally I think we need to be very transparent, and we should know whether we like or not. Is kind of a bitter truth is that I don't know how many of you are aware of a project called which was actually exposed by Edward Snowden. The project name was PRISM, P-R-I-S-M, so you can go back and Google it. And this project is clearly mentioned that in the name of national security, all these global companies, whether they are Google or they are Apple or Facebook and etc., there's a big list by the way, they are supposed to share all of their data. So no matter we are here in Pakistan, they are supposed to share all this data with their national agencies. So to be honest, and if they don't do it, actually they will not be having license to operate, right? So because they work from and they are US-based companies. So in reality, no matter you go and read their privacy statements that we highly respect this, but actually by nature of their license, they are supposed to share whatever actually we are browsing, sharing, utilizing these services. They are supposed to share. So of course, in this sense, to be honest, this word privacy should be no more in the dictionary. On an ethical background, before we discuss, we should use some common sense also, that why we are expecting these companies even to protect our data, especially they are not asking any money, even a single dollar is not being asked. So whether you have Facebook, Twitter, all these social media companies. So no matter they have $1 billion budget for their employees or for their R&D, a common sense say then from where they are getting this money. So if we are the direct genuine customers, and the customers are not being asked to pay for a single penny, so logically speaking, then they end up saying that their product is over data. So data is being used, is being sold at many places to get this revenue. So I think that we should hardcore in this session, so no more expectation like they will take care of our privacy, bluntly speaking. Now, ethically speaking, what I will say is up to us how we are going to gauge this, because we don't have different or alternative platform. Especially in Pakistan, there is no something like GDPR, which is very strict. At least European Union, they realize the importance and they are really giving hard time to such companies. So it has pros and cons. And pros and cons means if ethically now it's only up to us how we are going to utilize it. Because especially our national data privacy laws still not very functional, I will say, or not very, I will say, practical till now, or very enforced. So there is a fair chance people can utilize this as maximum as possible, depending upon their mindset. If it is a business mindset, to be honest, the business mindset is they need a freedom. They will not like the idea of data anonymizations. They will say, rather than you tell me there is a group of 4 people at the age of 12, they do this type of shopping. They will love if you can tell these 4 people means Mr. Ahmad, Mr. Sulaiman, Mr. Khalid. So there must be greediness. Here, ethically, yes, good companies are following this. But we as a customer, we as a normal user, we should take the judgmental call and see if they are really getting this value or not. And at least at Pakistan, we should rely on the mature mindset to utilize this data in a way that cannot be used in a malicious way.
Great.